You hate the troops. Why? Dying for you isn't enough for you? I'm just kidding, Mom. I don't really hate the troops. Oh, fuck. This is gonna be the new weekly stream segment. I was talking to my mom on Skype. I don't really hate the troops. I'm being sarcastic.
Why did you say that?
Because every time somebody brings up a good point, you guys always say, why do you guys hate the troops? Like when people kneel during the...
You're the one that said it. I'm here talking to you. I didn't say it for
Do you think that people that kneel during the national anthem hate the troops?
I think people who kneel for the against the national anthem hate and disrespect our country, including the troops that die for it.
So you're not allowed to ever protest the flag? Why do we even have a first...
You can protest, but there's a difference between protest and spitting in somebody who's doing something for you.
Okay, how are you supposed to protest in the United States so that somebody's feelings don't get hurt? Can you tell me like an acceptable way of doing it?
Don't give me that, Stephen.
I know, I just want to know. I'm curious.
There's a place for everything.
I'm just curious.
A way
Okay, yeah, I want to know what the way is.
If you just haven't been able to figure it out, well, then maybe you just shouldn't
Well, it seems like every single time black people figure out a new way to protest, they're not allowed to do it. No, I want to know how you're supposed to protest. I want to know how you're supposed to...
Playing ball.
I want to know how you're supposed to protest in the United States. Can you tell me?
There's all kinds of ways. You take signs, you make...
So what are the signs allowed to say? If the signs say, like, if the signs have anything bad about the flag on it, that counts as hating the troops, or... I just want to know what an acceptable... Because kneeling during the national anthem doesn't seem like that big of a deal.
Of course it doesn't to you.
Well, it doesn't to me because I'm American and I love our First Amendment. I don't know what the fuck crazy country you came from. Why did you join the Air Force if you don't even know what... You don't...
Because you don't like something.
Okay.
You think something's not right, go fix it.
Why wouldn't you go... Why not go to, like... Why not go... Why not go to Cuba or go back to whatever the Cuba place?
I'm an American.
Because you want to make it so that if anybody protests the flag, they're disrespecting the military. That's some crazy totalitarian shit.
Like that now. Okay? You can disagree with someone without disrespecting them.
No, you can't. It's like
you can.
So so are they just supposed to like get on Twitter and say, I am not happy with America right now?
Statements and say why and what should be done instead of just spitting.
People were saying why and what should be done. People were saying
you don't want to fix anything. You just want a confrontation. And guess what? They got one.
Yeah, they got body cameras on police officers. They got a national dialogue on the way that cops treat black people.
No, that doesn't start dialogue.
It did. We're talking about it now, aren't we?
It says they're disgusting.
How is it disgusting?
They don't deserve what they have.
You don't wait. So you don't deserve what you have in the United States because you protest? Whew. You know that you swear an oath to the Constitution, not to the president, right? You did, and all the Air Force stuff?
What's your point?
A pretty big part of the Constitution is being able to protest your country, and even your military if you want to.
You can protest even, but when you want to fix something, you don't do it by...
So you're not allowed to That's what you're saying, basically, is that like you can't protest because you're not fixing something.
You're
like,
just playing word games with me.
I'm not playing word games. You're the one that says you hate the military if you protest the flag. It's just a flag.
Try to fix it. You don't go spitting in the...
They do try to fix it. One of the ways that you fix things is to protest things publicly. You start a national dialogue.
That's true. No. People actually used to be civilized. And things used to
get
fixed.
What, when blacks got shot without being allowed to protest? At what point in human history do we need to go back to in the United States when we were more civilized? Was it when we lynched black people for speaking out against the white man?
What's wrong with you? That's in the past, my dear.
That's not that far in the past. Mom, you were a kid. You were like a teenager during the civil rights era.
Everybody.
How far back in the... Okay, so what point in United States history do we need to go back to?
We don't need to go back. We need to go forward, dear.
Okay.
Okay.
You know that like a larger number of people are insured under the Affordable Care Act, and they're going to lose their health insurance, and a lot of them are going to be totally fucked in life.
I just think that it's hysterical that in all the days and years of Obama, I didn't get one call, and I still get calls for Obamacare. And
Mom, nobody calls you for Obamacare. That's not even how it works. You have TRICARE. You have military health insurance.
There are so many people that are going to lose their insurance. Oh my God. Well, they're trying to get more people on this thing that's trash.
You're evil. Like what you're saying right now is literally, you're uninformed and you're using your horrible fucking views. Mom, nobody fucking calls you for Obamacare. Holy shit. This is insanity.
Yes, it is. I think so too.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask a question.
You want to fix something, you discuss it.
This is a really mean question, okay? But can you tell me?
Now, come on, do what I say.
What do you think?
Because I'm just going to be the biggest BB
What do you
on
think?
earth if you don't.
What do you think Obamacare is?
What did you say?
What do you think Obamacare even is?
We left Obamacare already.
Well,
You
no,
wanna-
we didn't because the Republicans were too inept to actually
Better
pass
bring
another
up
healthcare
problems and
program.
solutions
They just
and
defunded
work
it.
on it.
We didn't leave the ACA. The Republicans defunded it because your party is too fucking stupid to put together another plan to replace it. So
Of
let's get
course,
that.
my dear,
Firstly,
because there's so much opposition to.
you were opposed by your own Republicans, Mom. Even the Republicans had no plan. You had 8 years to come up with a replacement, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it. So you have nobody to blame. The Republicans have nobody to blame. Do yourself. Okay. Now I want to know. I want you to tell me
I don't know what the heck
because
is going on
I want
there.
you to tell
And
me
you're right.
because
We should have
you
had
hate it.
ready to
Okay.
replace.
I want you to tell me because you hate it so much. What is the Affordable Care Act? Do you know anything about it at all?
I know it's no good.
So
I
there
know
are
that everybody
people.
that I've spoken to says that the ones that were making the payments that they still couldn't afford to go to the doctor because it didn't cover anything.
That's strange because under the ACA you get a huge subsidy if you can't afford the insurance. If you it's even higher than
But
the
what about all the people that are right on the brink and the people who couldn't afford insurance before could go to the doctor anyway?
No, they couldn't. They'd have to file bankruptcy. Where do you
No,
get this?
not filing bankruptcy.
Yes, you do. Why do you think that over half of all bankruptcies in the United States were filed because of medical issues? Do you think all those people were just dumb?
When you want to fix something, you approach it in a civilized manner with solutions.
Where is the Republicans'
Open a
replacement
discussion.
plan then?
You don't go spit in somebody's face and
Where?
think they're gonna come
Stop
to the
changing
table
the
and talk to
subject.
you.
Stop
Because that's not
changing
how
the
you address
subject.
anybody. You've
Where is
never
the
been spoken
Republican
to like
replacement
that,
for our
and you
health care?
shouldn't do that to
There
anybody
is no
else.
Republican replacement. Okay, so we've established two things. One, there is no Republican replacement for health care. And two, you don't even know what the ACA is, and you
what?
hate it so much. You hate it so much, and you don't even know what it is. If I
What is it that I hate?
You
the
hate-
Affordable Care Act?
Yes, Obamacare.
You're right, I do. Everything I heard them say from the beginning, all the lies.
Who
they
is
told,
them? Are
you're
Jewish
right. It's
overlords or what?
disgusting.
Who
They're
is?
a bunch of worthless pieces of trash.
Which ones?
Excuse me?
Who's the worthless pieces of trash?
Obama and everybody and every democrat that he's got in office and where they've infiltrated everywhere.
But not
That's
people
it.
like Flynn or not the none of those guys are
Exactly.
or Cohen or
No, that you're talked into saying something stupid and then prosecuted for it while you have.
he was
people
prosecuted for
in the
lying.
military.
Mom, you were in the military.
People
Mom, you
get
know
rid of
this.
and
Mom,
smash with hammers,
you
stones,
did
and
security
then
clearances.
everything
I
else
know.
just to break,
I
okay?
know.
Just
I
to
know,
break.
Mom. You flew on the looking glass. I know for a fact that you guys had security clearances, probably
That's
the TSSCI shit. I know that you filled out. Do you guys do SF-86s for military? Is that only for contractors? I know that you had a security clearance. Why are you sitting here?
That's an understatement.
Why are
That's
you
not a
lying to
security
me?
clearance.
Why are you lying to me and telling me that, oh, he just said a
I'm
lie?
telling you that, for starters, Obama should never have been there.
If
because
you
he
no,
couldn't
whoa,
carry
no. We're talking about Flynn right now. If you were to
security
lie,
clearance, they
if you were
had
to
one on him.
intentionally,
Okay?
if you were to
So
intentionally
right there,
lie,
everything else is null and void.
okay. It makes me sad that you have a strong opinion on something that has a very real impact on people's lives and you don't even know anything about it. That makes me really upset.
You're just tearing everything down.
I'm not tearing everything down.
That's not a
Mom,
solution.
the Republicans
That is not a
Mom, the
solution. If
Republicans
there is a
the
problem,
Republicans
we need a
Mom, the
solution.
Republicans literally defunded the ACA with no replacement. That is the definition of tearing everything down. I don't know how you could say.
Obama destroyed everybody else's insurance.
Then why are more
And
people
he
insured
could
today
care
than
less.
what
He
were
could
before
not
the
care
ACA,
less.
Mom?
Now, I'm not saying just take everybody that actually might have something going for them.
But that's what the
insurance.
Republicans
I'm
did.
saying
That's
we
what
need
we
to find
did,
a
though.
replacement for it. What?
That's what the Republicans did, though.
Nope.
What do you mean, no? The Republicans voted to defund the ACA by getting rid of the individual mandate. That is
Obama made sure he destroyed everybody who was working it and had insurance policies.
What do you mean? Who are all of these people getting uninsured? These
The
people don't
who were forced
exist.
to switch,
That what?
People that he said you could keep your doctor and it was a
Oh,
bull-faced
some
lie?
people lost their doctors. That was a bad mistake by Obama. He shouldn't have said that. But
was
that
not a
doesn't
mistake.
mean that everybody
He knew what he
lost
was
their
doing, and so
insurance.
did every Democrat, or at least the few that knew anything about it when they voted for it. I'm not for taking everybody's insurance without having a way to replace it.
That's strange because that's what the Republicans did. But
The Republicans look for solutions. I am sure.
what
that
is the
this will
solution
get
that the
worked out
Republicans
if it's
proposed to
not
the
already.
ACA? Hold on. Without dancing to another question or bringing up Obama, what solution do the Republicans have for healthcare now that they've defunded the ACA? Can you answer that question without talking about Obama?
I don't know. I haven't.
That
been
doesn't
reading
bother
up
you?
on that.
Okay, now imagine for 1 second, try to have some empathy for somebody else, okay? This should be easy for you because I thought you were Catholic. I don't know if you're actually Christian or not. I
Forget
can't
Catholic,
tell.
Stephen.
Okay?
You know me as a human being.
Okay, well,
I'm your mother,
okay.
for Pete's sake.
Okay. Well, I don't okay. So as a Christian, okay? Let's try to have some empathy, okay?
As a human being,
Okay,
Stephen,
sure, a human
give
being.
it to
Okay,
me.
Republicans aren't good on that human being stuff, so I'm going to try to go the religion angle, okay? So,
Okay,
as
go
a
ahead,
human
go ahead.
being, there are people right now in the United States of America that are going to lose their health insurance because the Republicans have defunded the ACA. What do you tell those people when no solution has been provided?
Show me them. Show them to me, and I'll go talk to them, and I'll go help them.
Okay, how many people got insurance under ACA? Let's look up the numbers. An average of 11.4 million people are expected to be enrolled in Obamacare policies during 2017. So, what do you tell these people now that are going to lose their policy that the Republicans voted to get rid of without any replacement?
How many of those people were actually able to use it?
Anybody is able to use it if you have it. That was
No,
part
no,
of...
no. No, because some of them, the copays were so humongous that they never were able to use it. They just had to make those payments in order to not get...
If you
have to
can't
pay even a
afford,
higher
if you can't
tax.
afford the copay,
Okay,
as somebody that actually does their own taxes, okay, and as somebody that's actually read the ACA fucking requirements, okay, if you're not able to make any of those copays or those payments, you get massive credits to your taxes, so that the
It's
ACA
not
should.
that simple, no.
It
It's
is
not
that simple. We can look it up right
not.
now. It's on the federal government website that Trump still controls. You can, if you can't afford it, you get massive credits for it, so that it's cheaper for you.
Steven.
What?
Stephen,
I'm literally just quoting you what it is.
it doesn't help you to quote anything.
Why? Because the
There's a
facts are
problem
like not the thing we want to debate.
Instead of whining.
I'm not whining. I'm not gonna lose my shit. I'm fucking fine. My husband's not dying of fucking prostate cancer. I'm doing okay. I'm healthy. I make fucking $200K a year. I'm not the one that's gonna get fucked when all this shit goes south. It's the other people. This is why it's called having empathy for people. Okay? Like, for the people that are literally going to lose their health insurance, that have no coverage, okay? What do you tell those people who the Republicans have provided absolutely no solution for?
That's Medicare, Stephen.
No,
I mean,
they don't
Medicaid.
qualify for Medicare. That's the problem, is that the cutoff wasn't big enough for these people. These are where the 11 million people that got insurance come from. Like, what you're talking right now is literal evil. Like, you have no concern whatsoever for these
So
people
what
who's...
you're saying is that them going from that healthcare to Medicaid is a bad solution.
No, they don't
because already
qualify
have
for Medicaid.
pre-existing
People like,
conditions?
no, because Medicaid coverage hasn't been expanded to cover these people. They didn't qualify for it before. This is the definition of the working poor, where you make enough money so that you don't qualify for the best government programs, but you still don't have enough money to actually survive. These are all of the people...
I was probably a few hundred of those. How come you weren't so hyped up and fighting when he destroyed our health insurance?
Because our health insurance was already destroyed. You just don't know because you've had TRICARE your whole fucking life. Because you were babysat by the Air Force. You have no idea what it's like to get insurance as a normal human being.
More than not, that had fine health insurance that they paid
Nope,
for.
you
And
can't.
they're-
Mom, I will give you I'll pay for a new roof on your house if you can find me the numbers that show me that more people lost their insurance under the ACA, Mom.
That's the very worst.
Mom, what you're talking about is fantasy that you can't substantiate with any number. You're making shit up. You're literally telling me a fucking fairy story. This is not true. Maybe a couple people lost their health insurance, but these are anomalies. These are way outside the norm.
You're wrong.
Where are the numbers that agree with you?
I don't know. I haven't looked anything up. I just know.
Then how do you know this is true if you haven't looked it up?
And I remember watching the town hall meetings and stuff.
Which ones? The ones where people were screaming at, where Republicans got scared and stopped showing up because their constituents were so mad?
You talk about the Republicans screaming. They don't go around rioting and destroying property and murdering people.
Wasn't there just an alt-right terror attack like yesterday? What do you mean?
Or losing anything the first time.
Okay, I need to focus on my video games, okay?
You know, we needed the help, but we would have survived without it.
Maybe, but that's because you're in an extremely lucky position, Mom. When Jesus went around and he was helping all the sick people, he didn't go to the fucking middle-income people. He went to the poorest of the poor to help them because they're the ones that need the help the most.
And they still need help. And they get help.
They don't, though. That's the problem in America is a lot of you Republicans have a I got mine, fuck you, you go get yours somewhere else. It isn't baloney. No, that's why Republicans never want to do anything with taxes. No, we don't need fucking volunteers.
And burning down buildings and people's property that they don't have time to go out and volunteer.
Okay.
How's that for you?
How's what for me? I don't understand how, like, everything that I learned, like, growing up about, like, all the Christian shit is, like, fan fiction to you. Like, you don't care about it at all.
You're just hallucinating.
I'm not hallucinating. Like, if you go through and you read...
What makes you think nobody will help them?
Because they're dying! Who's helping the homeless people in the United States who are overrepresented when it comes to mental illness, right? All the literal retarded people that are fucking homeless on the street. Who's helping these people, right?
Who's helping them the last 8 years?
Obama doesn't go out on the streets and help homeless people. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, he did. What he did was he just went under the bridges and gave them the right to vote without an address or proof.
Nobody's done this.
That was mighty
First of all,
helpful.
you don't need an address in the United States to vote. First.
In the meantime, the Republicans that are out there with trucks feeding people, they've been ticketed and put in jail. Oh my goodness, those evil Republicans trying to feed people. Horror of horrors.
See, really? This is reality. Okay.
That's reality.
I would love to see some of these Republicans that were put in jail for feeding people out of trucks. I would...
Next time I'll see if I can find some articles for you.
Yeah, I would love to see it. They don't start with Breitbart.com or Daily Caller or the Conservative Tribune or whatever other crazy shit.
But you better believe I'm not going to Commie News Network either.
Okay. Okay, I gotta focus on my game, okay?
Okay, I love you.
I love you too. Are you coming over sometime to hang out?
Yes, I can't wait.
Okay, let me know. I got a room for you, okay, buddy?
Okay, mwah.
All right, I love you. Goodbye. Good night.
Good night, baby. Love you.
Bye. Fuck me. Start sourcing claims to your mom. Nah, these Republicans, like, don't believe in sourcing. It's impossible.
Did your mom ever spank you, Destiny? Because she fucking beat your ass down and destroyed in that debate. Call child abuse. Also, gashigasm.
Did your mom really think that homeless people shouldn't vote? Well, she probably thinks that Democrats gave a bunch of illegal homeless people, illegal citizen homeless people, the right to vote is probably what she was getting at. Can you explain why you seem to care a little for relationships, but you still have a good relationship with your parents? I don't know, dude. It's because they're your parents, right? They invested a lot of time and money and shit into making sure you'd survive your childhood and everything.